Hey, what's up? It's Davin here from Massive Online Action, and today I'm talking about my advertising page. Is it a Ponzi scheme or not? Look, first thing is, the reason that people are talking about my advertising page being a Ponzi scheme is because people are making a lot of money from it. People are getting results. People are generating income. People are talking about results that people are looking at and thinking, my God, how can that be the case? That sounds too good to be true. So the first thing you've got to understand is that if a company doesn't make anybody any money, and if nobody generates any cash from it, no one's going to talk about it being a Ponzi scheme, because everybody knows it's just a really bad company that's not going to make you any money. The minute that anybody starts making money from anything, that's when you start getting people calling it a scam, saying that it's a Ponzi scheme and all the rest of it. So it's understandable to a certain extent because the principle seems too good to be true. So just to remind you about how it works, you need to create or buy, and yes, I'm sorry, you are going to have to put some money into this, okay? Some money. $49.99 for one credit pack. That credit pack then gives you the ability 500 times for people to see your product or your service, from which you can then generate further amounts of money. Now, through profit sharing, your $49.99 will eventually grow in the course of about 100 days to $60. The principle is, what you do is you take the money from that initial credit pack, reinvest it to buy extra packs until you get to the point where you have 1,200 credit packs. When you have 1,200 credit packs, you can then simply take an income from those packs, and that income is going to give you somewhere in the region of about $9,000 a month. So obviously, if you say to somebody, look, I'm going to show you how to make $50 turn into $9,000 every single month, people are going to talk about it being a Ponzi scheme, talk about it being a scam, talk about it being whatever. You get some people that say, oh, well, the only reason that $49.99 goes into $60 is because it's just a Ponzi scheme. It's relying on money coming in from the other members, and if that stops, then the whole thing's going to collapse. Look, if you take Apple or you take Microsoft, and if people stop buying Apple phones or Microsoft computers and there's no more revenue coming into the company, then of course the company is going to collapse and die. And it's exactly the same with my advertising page. Of course, if no one else starts coming into the company, no one else is buying anything, the company's going to die. Of course that's the case. And the thing about my advertising page is that everyone's a little bit like a shareholder in the company. If the company dies, your shares die. Yeah? This is not the Federal Reserve. This is not, Freddie Mac or Fannie Mae or whatever, and even they had problems. This is an internet marketing company. Yeah? So I'm not going to turn around to you and say, this is cast iron guarantee, because of course nothing is, especially not online. But what I personally decided is that if I was going to take $1,000 of my money, and for the sake of just making 10 clicks per day, over the course of just under a year, be able to turn that into 1,200 packs, from which I could then generate $9,000 every single month. Personally, I decided that was a risk worth taking. Yeah, that's what I personally decided. I decided that it was worth $1,000, and I would say if I'm spending somewhere in the region of about 10 minutes every single day doing that clicking, it works out over the course of a year as approximately something like 10 hours. I mean, it's really not a huge amount of time. Is it worth $1,000 of my money and about 10 hours? over the course of a year to be able to produce myself $9,000 a month? Personally, I think so. Is it worth the risk that the company explodes and there's nothing back for my money and I lose $1,000? Personally, I thought yes. Yeah, personally, I thought yes. And it's really up to everybody. You know, we're all adults. We can all make our own choices. We can all decide what we want to do. If you want security, if you want absolutely everything to be safe and you know exactly where you are, then just go and work your job. And even then it's not safe because they can fire your ass whenever you want to, whenever they want to. So personally, I decided that was what I was going to do. And if you decide that that's the case for you as well, get involved. Yeah, click the link that's below, www.myadpaidme.com. Get involved, get on board, get started. Do what I did. I started with 20 packs. In the course of a year, I'm going to get up to 1,200 packs and start withdrawing the money. $8,500 to $9,000 every single month. That's what I want to do. And if you think it's a good idea, you do so too. If you don't do it. We're all intelligent adults, right? It's Davin, Massive Online Action. Speak to you soon.